dormitory that will accommodate 640 men. Which we have built as the government of Kenya at a cost of 155 million. Complete, handed over. Again, this morning, I have handed over a dining hall which we have built at the cost of 88 million. Again, I have seen the road network. We still have some work to do. I did ask the Ministry of Roads to set aside 200 million. Already 100 million has been spent. We are going to spend another 100 million to make sure that the roads, both in the Alliance Girls and Alliance Boys and Alliance High School are completed. All right? I have discussed with the board chair and the principal of this school. There is a requirement for additional classrooms. Initially, they had requested us to build 21 classrooms. We have already provided 35 million to build those classrooms, but now I have revised that figure so that instead of building 21 classrooms, we are going to build for you 40 classrooms. And we are enhancing the budget from 35 million to 60 million. With only one caveat, that we change the contractor and hand over that assignment to my good friend Hinga to do those classrooms. Walimu, that is not a request. You just have to do it. Because we want to make sure that we build a modern structure for this great institution. I have also been, when I met the DOM, they also asked that the men here don't have a place for sports. And so I have asked the Ministry of Sports to build a sports academy here at a cost of 60 million shillings. And if you look at the budget that we are going to spend in Alliance, it's close to 550 million. And that is because this institution has a great history and serves the people of Kenya and the children, our children from across the Republic. The girls are here, the beautiful daughters of Kenya, they are here. I did get a small letter from them, and they asked me 2.5 things. They asked for a dormitory, and I want to tell the girls, the Ministry of Housing is going to build you a dormitory at a cost of 155 million for 640 girls. You have asked me for 10 classrooms. We will change that. Instead of 10 classrooms, we will build for you 24 classrooms. So we're going to spend another 40 million shillings to build classrooms at the girls' school. And finally, I know some friends of mine. I met them the day before yesterday, and they told me about your science complex. Oh, is that the case? So the science complex, they told me that that science complex is halfway done. It was supposed to be a 200 million facility. Already half the money has been spent. So the Ministry of Housing is now going to take over the completion of that science complex, and we are going to spend 100 million shillings to make sure that it's completed. I say this very proudly, that as we develop this infrastructure, we are doing it because the education of the people of Kenya, the education of the children of our nation is central to our transformation and progress as a society, as a people, and as a nation. It is my belief that no nation can progress beyond its capacity to think. So we must develop our capacity through education, science and technology. And as I stand here, our journey as a nation, which we have determined that others who were at the same stage with Kenya 60 years ago, today they are first world countries. There is absolutely no reason why Kenya cannot be as good as those in the first world, not or even better. There is absolutely no reason. We have what it takes. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that we have what it takes to take our country to the next level. And so, dear Kenyans, we will do it. We must do it. Whatever it takes, whatever it costs. We must get ourselves to where we want to go. I have had occasion, being with the privilege of being the leader of this nation, I have had occasion to speak to many leaders across the world. I have had occasion to sit down with the Prime Minister of Malaysia. I have had occasion to sit down and have a candid conversation with the Prime Minister of Singapore. I have had occasion to sit down and have a conversation with the President of South Korea. And in all those instances, I have come to believe that Kenya can be as good as those nations, maybe even better. And because this is an education occasion, I know we have agreed on what to do with our infrastructure, roads, energy. I know we have agreed on what to do with energy generation. I know what we have agreed and planned on how to transform our agriculture so that it supports manufacturing and industrialization. But knowledge, science and technology is going to play a very significant role. The development of the highest caliber of human capital so that we can generate new knowledge. Through innovation, we can solve problems. Through technology and science, we can think beyond our current circumstances. And it is the reason why I have said we are increasing our budget for research and innovation from 0.8% of our GDP to 2% of our GDP. It is the reason why I have set up a dedicated state department for research, science, and technology, because as a nation, we cannot make progress beyond our ability to think. We must generate new knowledge. And next month, not next month, this is March, right? This month, we will be issuing charter for the Kenya Advanced Institute of Technology University in Konza, where we are going to begin to train at the master's level the highest caliber of human capital in the Republic of Kenya. When I had an occasion to sit down with the president of South Korea, and he explained to me the place of human capital development in their progress. That is why 2 years ago, I came to start this university. And we will be picking from the best from all our universities, the first-class students, so that we can develop our own human capital that understands our circumstances, that will help us solve our problems, that will help us think about new, innovative ways of taking Kenya to the next level. And so I'm very proud to stand here at this great institution with great history to say that we will journey together as a people, and we will pick up examples from many institutions, including this one, as we go forward into the next step as a nation. Finally, I have come here to launch a very significant and consequential project. As you all know, I have taken the championship of matters to do with climate change. How we as a nation are providing leadership on dealing with the challenge that comes with climate change. We've undertaken as a nation to do 15 billion. And as we do that, we must also deliberately begin to reduce our carbon footprint, reduce the use of biomass. And today here at Alliance, we are launching a 45 billion shilling program to solarize 3,200 schools in the Republic, move them away from cutting trees into using solar for their cooking, for their lighting, and for their energy needs. This program has been undertaken by the Ministry of Energy, the Ministry of Education, and in partnership with Kenya Commercial Bank. I must commend Kenya Commercial Bank for their outstanding support to this project. I know the leadership of Kenya Commercial Bank. Please, round of applause to this great lady, Madam Kintai. They have provided resources at a huge discount. It's not always easy to negotiate with banks, but Kenya Commercial Bank has extended a credit facility with a 30% discount to enable us to solarize our schools and to reduce on the cutting down of trees and to reduce on the carbon print for our nation. but also to make sure that our learning is undertaken with green energy. So with now the pilot project that was carried out in 266 schools complete, and positively so, we are now beginning to roll out the program so that in the next 1 year, by God's grace, we will have solarized all our schools. The solar project is going to generate 780 megawatts of energy. I know there has been discussion between the different actors on what happens with the solar generated when schools are not in session. My instructions to the Ministry of Energy is that you buy that energy, even if it is at a discount, so that the schools can have some resources to develop other infrastructure. There is every reason why we should support this program. Again, to Kenya Commercial Bank, thank you very much for your partnership. That's why it's always good to have a great Kenyan institution in our midst. Sitaki kusema kuzidi hapo. I am overwhelmed by the greatness of this institution. You have done exemplary very well. You have contributed significantly to the progress of our nation. Many people who serve in Kenya in different places are beneficiaries of the great mentorship of this school. To the girls, nitakuja. Sindio? Si mumesikia ile maneno nimesema? Nitakuja kuona hiyo science lab, science complex yenu. Nitakuja kupanga, nimeambia Bwana Hinga hapa aanze kujenga hiyo laboratory, dormitory, na pia madarasa pale katika shule yenu. Wakati nilikuwa natembea hapa, school captain aliniambia vile vile ya kwamba aliniambia mambo mawili. Aliniambia number one, you need additional material. So I have told the Ministry of Education to provide additional learning material for, as was requested by the school. Na namba ya pili, wameniambia ya kwamba wanahitaji another new bus. Ule mjamaa aliniambia ule mungwana aliniambia, wapi hiyo school captain? Boss, si ni hivyo? Very good. So aliniambia specifically not any other bus. Alisema ikuje Scania. Sasa kauliza hii Scania aniko na mambo gani? Bus, we will send you a Scania for the school. Wewe Bwana Kimani Ichung'wah, hiyo ni kazi yako kwenda kufuatana na mimi ndio ulete hiyo Scania kwa hii shule. But otherwise, kwa makanisa zetu tunasema asante sana. Thank you for your leadership of this great institution, for your mentorship of this school, your support, your contribution is appreciated by the parents and the government of Kenya. And I want to assure you that we will continue to work in partnership with our faith institutions, our churches, so that together we can serve the people of this great nation. To all the students, may you all live up to the school's motto, strong to serve. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. And God bless you.